from the heart of Ball State University. Live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Imani Butts.
And I'm Peyton Green. Our top story tonight, what's next for Washington after the White House released a transcript of a call between President Donald Trump and Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky.
Mary Maloney has the latest on the impeachment inquiry facing President Trump.
In the midst of an impeachment inquiry centered around President Trump, the president sat down with his Ukrainian counterpart for the first time. But the two leaders have spoken before. The White House released a transcript of a call from July. In it, President Trump asked President Zelensky for, quote, a favor. Among other things, investigate former Vice President Joe Biden and his son, Hunter. The president wanted the Ukrainian leader to work with Rudy Giuliani, his personal lawyer, and U.S. Attorney General Bill Barr. The conversation came after the United States temporarily withheld aid to Ukraine.
Nobody pushed me, yes.
In other words, no pressure.
Democrats say the discussion is damning.
What those notes reflect is a classic mafia-like shakedown of a foreign leader.
President Trump is adamant, insisting he did nothing wrong.
It's the single greatest witch hunt in American history.
The call is at the center of a complaint filed by a whistleblower, concerned about the administration's actions. Democrats demand to see the whistleblower's full report.
And that whistleblower needs to be given the complete freedom to report any allegations of wrongdoing that have come to that whistleblower's attention.
The president says the call controversy and impeachment inquiry are simply Democrats playing politics.
So many great things are happening, and the Democrats feel they're going to lose.
In Washington, I'm Mary Maloney.
Stay with NewsLink Indiana as the impeachment inquiry continues. We will bring you updates on air and online.
This weekend, you will get a chance to hear the Muncie mayoral candidates' vision for the future. The Westridge Neighborhood Association is hosting a debate between the three mayoral candidates Saturday morning at 10. The debate will take place at Pruitt Hall on the Ball State University campus. The public is invited. The debate will also be shown live over WIPB TV and Indiana Public Radio. Participating in the debate will be the three candidates for mayor: Terry White Bailey, Democrat; Dan Reidner, Republican; and Steve Smith, Libertarian. The moderator for the debate will be Cecile Buchanan, professor of economics at Ball State. It's been 1 year since the historic partnership between Ball State and Muncie Community Schools. Today, members of both Ball State and MCS met to consider what their future of relationships mean. Liz Seschek joins us live in the newsroom.
Teachers, administrators, and community stakeholders all gathered together at the first part of a two-day summit downtown to learn what this new relationship between Ball State and MCS could mean for them. And the goal was innovation. Panels were set up with MCS administrators and Ball State President Jeffrey Mearns to inspire innovators in a changing mindset for educators. The summit is meant to answer questions and, more importantly, have an open discussion about the potential for this relationship. When discussing what can be improved in schools, MCS Director of Public Education, Leanne Kiatskus, says there's a lot to focus on.
We need to set goals for improving literacy in our schools. We need to improve our mathematics with a focus on STEM, social emotional learning. We need to continue working on college and career readiness. And then finally, the last one is we have to make sure that we are growing our enrollment.
Nationally recognized educators will also be on site as resources, and the goal by tomorrow is to have a clearer understanding of what Ball State's role will be for the school district. Live in the newsroom, Liz Seschek, NewsLink, Indiana.
The summit is scheduled to conclude tomorrow with Jennifer Baltz and Robert Jackson.
A Central Indiana school bus driver is suing the school district that he works for. The driver is claiming that the district infringed on his First Amendment right when he was suspended after voicing his opinion against changes the district was proposing to make for two schools. The American Civil Liberties Union of Indiana filed the lawsuit last month on behalf of Madison Grant United School Corporation bus driver James Randy Sislove, according to the Herald Bulletin. The lawsuit says that Sislove signed a petition and spoke at a public meeting against the district's plans. Former Ball State football player Wendell Brown has returned home after being imprisoned in China for his involvement in a bar fight. Brown, who played for Ball State in the early 2000s, was teaching English and American football in Southwest China when he was arrested in September 2016 and charged with intentional assault. After his flight landed in Detroit, Brown told reporters he waited a long time for this moment.
My heart started beating so fast. I've been waiting on this moment for years. I've dreamed of this moment.
Brown always said he was not guilty, that he was acted in self-defense. Brown was originally sentenced to 4 years in prison, but that was reduced to 3 years by a Chinese court.
A popular app might be seeing an overcharge. That's Venmo. NewsLink Indiana's Colton Howard tells us what scam is hitting the app.
Guess what? They will find it.
The popular money-sharing app, Venmo, is the latest platform scammers are using to rope people into giving personal and financial information. Dr. Stephen Jones is a professor of information and communication sciences at Ball State University. He says schemes like this are nothing new.
This is a classic. What's happened is that they've used that technology in a text message, what used to be a phishing attempt with email.
The scam is a text message claiming to be Venmo, saying that your Venmo account is about to be charged, and if you want to cancel this withdrawal, you need to log in and deny it. The problem with that is the message allows you to log on with any phone number and password, then asks you to verify who you are by entering more personal and financial information. Kyle Warner is a Venmo user. He says the app is convenient.
It's just a lot easier to send money to each other because most college students, don't carry a whole lot of cash on you, and mostly it's in your bank account, so it's a lot easier way just to send money directly to your friend.
This latest scam has him worried.
It does freak me out that people are able just to come into contact with anyone that uses Venmo and just scam them out of thousands of dollars.
So how do you protect against scams like this? Kent Schroeder, Chief Technology Officer for Warren Township Schools, says it's simple.
Just delete it, right? Don't click on any links.
Schroeder's other piece of advice, treat the internet like a stranger.
You just have to be careful who you trust online, just as you would, in your personal interactions with people, right? You want to make sure you trust somebody before you would share information with them. The same thing goes online.
In Muncie, Colton Howard, NewsLink, Indiana.
NewsLink Indiana reached out to Venmo for a statement. They have not yet to reply.
Now, it is officially autumn, so you know what that officially means. It is spooky season.
I'm so ready for spooky season.
I'm 100% ready for spooky season. The pumpkin pie, the pumpkin lattes, that's where I'm ready to go. And actually, Tyler, what do you have for weather for us today?
Yeah, we did see a little bit of a cool down. First day of fall was a couple days ago, but I am tracking some more heat. Going on live look here around the bell tower. Beautiful day outside today. A little bit of clouds. We are seeing a little bit of rain to the north. That's kind of popping up a little north of Muncie as well. But it's nothing to be worried about. Once this moves out, we won't be seeing much rain for a couple more days. The next best chance is Friday. But right now across the state of Indiana, Indianapolis at 77, Bloomington at 80, Kokomo at 73. So like I said, we are tracking some more rain, and we actually are tracking more heat. Make sure you stay tuned to my full weather. I'll give you more updates on that.
All right. Holiday travel season is just around the corner. When is the best time to fly and buy your tickets?
And find out what an Indiana town is doing to help prevent potentially deadly bug bites next.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, MITS will take you there.
So I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back. Thanksgiving and Christmas are still months away, but experts say today is the best time to book your holiday air travel.
In today's Consumer Watch, Mandy Gather has a closer look at the key booking dates that can save you the most.
Last year, 54 million people traveled over the Thanksgiving holiday. 112 million went out of town for Christmas and New Year's. And AAA is expecting just as many, if not more, holiday travelers this year.
Start making those plans now. It's not too early.
AAA's Paula Twidiel says the best day for Thanksgiving travel is the Monday before the holiday, or, if you're flexible, on Thanksgiving Day. Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday before Thanksgiving are the busiest. The best dates to get the best deals on air travel between September 25th and October 27th.
The average price is about $525 over Thanksgiving time. You certainly could probably get a better price closer in, but you run the risk of limited inventory, maybe not the flight times you want or the best seats.
Experts say book now for Christmas as well. The sweet spot for buying flight tickets, September 26th through October 25th, with prices lower on average between those dates than more advanced bookings.
21st to 23rd is always busy, the 22nd being the busiest day and the priciest day actually is December 26th, believe it or not. December 24th being Christmas Eve. That's actually a good day to travel.
For today's Consumer Watch, I'm Mandy Gaither.
AAA also suggests getting a travel agent to help the best holiday fight deals and to get travel insurance to protect your investments just in case.
A popular e-cigarette brand CEO goes up in smoke. Juul CEO Kevin Burns steps down amid the vaping controversy. And he will be replaced by KC Crossway, who worked with tobacco company Altria. That's according to an announcement from the company today. The company also says it will stop all TV, print, and digital ads and some of its lobbying. The CDC reports 330 cases of lung injury and even deaths, all possibly related to vaping. Rhode Island's governor just passed an executive order banning all sales of flavored vaping products. This Wednesday, Governor Gina Raimondo stated that she believes flavored products are aimed towards children. Raimondo's decision came after Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker ordered a 4-month ban on all vaping products. 2 other states, New York and Michigan, previously banned flavored vaping products. The Center for Disease and Prevention has confirmed that more than 500 potential cases of lung illnesses.
8 people across the county have died from a rare mosquito-borne illness called Eastern Equine Encephalitis, or EEE. So far, there have been no reported cases in Elkhart County, Indiana, where the town of Bristol is located, but 4 horses have tested positive so far. They aren't taking any chances. The town manager brought $500 worth of mosquito spray, and now they're giving out cans for free.
So by giving them the ability to put on personal protection with mosquito spray, it gives them the ability to protect themselves when they go out, when they know they're going to be outside.
EEE is a rare but potentially fatal illness caused by mosquito bites. Usually only 5 to 10 human cases are reported every year. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, about 30% of EEE cause results in death.
And coming up with weather, so I feel like this warm weather is contributing to all these mosquitoes. What can you tell us, Tyler?
It's coming in, but I do expect that warm weather to move away. As you see, the next 12 hours, we're gonna go from 76 degrees all the way down to 60. So especially overnight, we're gonna see some free air conditioning. Maybe you crack a window, open up, give your air conditioning a little bit of a break, as we are gonna start cooling off, but we will be heating up. So make sure you stay tuned. I'll give you a full update as my full weather coming up.
For those who serve today and those who served before them, for those whose sacrifice will never end, the Gary Sinise Foundation shows its gratitude through entertainment, outreach, and life-changing support. We can never give enough but we can always give a little more. Find out how you can donate at GarySineseFoundation.org.
Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
Action!
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
So the first day of fall just started a couple days ago, and I'm already starting to feel the cold. Tyler, what do you have to say about this?
Yeah, it started a couple days ago. We did start to cool off a little bit. It's been a mildly, warm start to the fall, but today and well as tomorrow, it's going to start really cooling off. But right here in the next 12 hours, oh, that's the wrong graphic, excuse me. Here on the radar, we actually did see some of that rain north side of Muncie. We did track that earlier this afternoon, but this rain's starting to make its way out of our area, and I do expect to make sure it stays out of our area for the next at least couple of days or so. The net current temperature right now, though, 77 here in Indianapolis. Bloomington is actually the warmest, with Shelbyville up in the 80s. Those are the only two spots seeing the 80s across Indiana, as we are starting to cool off and get down to the mid to lower 70s. Right here in Muncie, we're at 74 degrees. Those winds coming out of the west-southwest at 7 miles per hour. It is a nice, basically a beautiful day out there, and we do expect that to stay around. We're going to drop down to a low of 58 degrees tonight. Mostly clear skies. Those winds remain calm in the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. But we are tracking some rain, precision cast. This is a system that's kind of coming through. We are bringing those clouds later tonight, but that is going to move out, get a little bit of a clearing for tomorrow. We get to see some sunny skies, maybe little lingering clouds here and there. But this is the main system I was talking about that's going to start making its way into our viewing area by the Friday. It's going to be bringing some rain and maybe even some showers and storms for your Friday evening commute. So if any football Friday night plans, make sure you do grab the umbrella or rain gear if you're heading out to evening Friday night lights, as you will be needing it as that rain does make its way into our area around that 6 o'clock hour, around that kickoff time for your Friday evening. And then for tomorrow, though, 8 a.m., we're going to be starting around that 57 degrees. It's going to be a little chilly. I'm going to grab that light jacket. And then for the 12 o'clock, 71 degrees by the 12, and then 71 by 5. And see, not a notice of a major temperature change, as we will be hanging around the lower 70s for most of the day tomorrow. And then for the Colts forecast, we are kicking off at 1 o'clock against the Oakland Raiders. It's going to be a high of about 86. That's when the temperatures really start to ramp up. We could see in those showers, so I do expect that roof to be closed for your Sunday football. If you are heading downtown, maybe do a little bit of tailgating for the game. But the next, for your MITS Ride 7-day forecast, next 3 days, Thursday is going to be one of the better days of the week, as it's going to be nice and cool, kind of fall-like, but then we're going to start ramping up those temperatures, and as well as rain chances, 83 by Friday, 82 to Saturday. And then for Sunday is going to be the last chance to see rain, but then these temperatures are going to start ramping up and getting up into the mid-80s. So unfortunately, we're going to see fall maybe for today and as well for tomorrow, but then summer-like temperatures are going to be returning for the start of next week with a high of 86 on Tuesday.
Thank you, Tyler. So Darius, what's coming up next in sports?
Tonight in sports, we have a story on Riley Miller and some volleyball action coming up right after the break.
So if one cat has 4 kittens who reproduce every 6 months, how many cats will there be in 5 years? Who's got it? Is this... What is that? Seriously. Who threw that?
Cats are terrible at math, but they sure do multiply. Please spay, neuter, and adopt.
The solution is 10.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Darius Black with sports. This week's high school football game of the week features Monroe Central and Westdale. Westdale has had a rocky start to their season, and they are currently sitting with a record of 1-4. The Warriors are currently on a 2-game losing streak and will be looking to turn things around this week as they go against Monroe Central. They will have to play a fundamental football game to beat the Golden Bears, who lead the conference in tackles. Even though they've had a rough start to their season, head coach Brad West tells Westdale players to stay positive.
They always want to get better. They understand that just because we're 1-4, that doesn't make us a different team. And I've told them that before. We could have made a few more plays, and it could have been a completely different record. We understand that. So we're always focused on today, and that's what it comes down to. Life's going to knock you down sometimes. It's not always going to go the way you want it to. You can either lay down or get up swinging, and we always talk about getting up swinging.
Kickoff is set for Friday evening at 7:30 at Monroe Central. From intense rivalries to honorary mentions, Ball State's Riley Miller is moving up in the ranks. The tight end was named the semifinalist for the Williams vs. Campbell Trophy. This award recognizes student athletes who perform not only on the field, but also in the classroom. Miller is no stranger to Delaware County. He is a graduate of Yorktown High School and a senior at Ball State. Miller has over a 3.6 GPA and is a two-time All-American. On the turf, he leads the MAC in receiving yards with 306 so far this season. The NFF will announce between 12 and 14 finalists on October 30th. Each of the finalists will receive an $18,000 scholarship. Now to volleyball. The women's volleyball team is looking to get off to a great start in Mid-American Conference play. They kick things off this week on Thursday as they travel to Toledo, and continue conference play on Saturday as they travel to Akron. The Lady Cardinals are currently on a 1-game winning streak and are looking to continue strong play after going 2-1 in last weekend's Ball State Active Ankle Challenge. The team is continuing conference play with an overall record of 6-6. Game time is set for 7:30 on Thursday and Saturday. This past weekend, the Yorktown Tigers cross-country team placed third at the Jim Leffel Invite. The Invite is named after one of Yorktown's former cross-country coaches. Jim Leffler is the coach of the boys and girls cross-country team from 2007 to March of 2010, when he was diagnosed with cancer. He died in 2012 after a long battle with cancer. The team had one of their better meets of the season at the Invite. The team was led by Matthew Mitch, who won his 5th meet of the season, and was the meet individual champion. He was followed by teammates Luke Harper, Brandon Crosser, Ryan Bade, and Samuel Brandon, who all finished in the top 50 of the meet. And it seems like ankle injuries were trending in sports today.
Honestly, I fell down the stairs my first day in high school and broke my ankle, so ankles aren't my favorite thing in the world.
Me either.
The happiest place on earth is also becoming a healthier place on earth. Find out how next.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, Mitts will take you there.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
Welcome back. Time to take a look at what's trending.
Joining us now is NewsLink Indiana's Logan Salzburner. What do you have for us today? Our first story comes from the world where dreams come true. Disney has recently announced it will be adding over 400 vegan items to its menus. While many other places are instituting the new food craze, Disney is the latest to hop on board. By the beginning of October, guests can expect at least one vegan item on every menu at Disney World's Florida location. Whether guests are exploring different countries in Epcot or enjoying a show in Hollywood Studios, they can now enjoy a vegan snack anywhere. Our next story is from Seattle-Tacoma, Washington, where a man found something unexpected while running. During Matthew Medina's run, he heard a dog barking and pursued the sound. He stumbled upon Barbara Dadswell, a hiker who had been missing for 2 days. Dadswell told Medina that she broke her leg and could not walk to find help. Medina's rescue of Dadswell is miraculous because it was completely by chance. Medina only took the specific trial because he was suggested it by a friend. Because of Medina's chance to run, Dadswell is now safe. Wow, okay, so back to the first story. I actually tried being vegan. It lasted about 2 minutes, but
2 minutes. My boyfriend has been vegan for, I think, 3 years.
Oh,
he
wow.
tried to convince me to be vegan, but I can't give up Chick-fil-A. Yeah. So
there's no way. There's no way.
There's
I love Chick-fil-A way too much. Just downstairs, chicken sandwich.
Every morning, every afternoon, and every dinner. So, like, everything is all cool. So, really, Tyler, what is going on with this weather?
Yeah, finally fall's kind of returned a little bit. We saw it today. We're going to see it tomorrow. We have some rain coming in, but we are going to see those summer-like temperatures return starting out next week and could be lasting until the weekend. So expect some more summer-like temperatures. Don't put those shorts away just yet. Just enjoy it. But it's going to be warm next week for sure.
All right. Thank you, Tyler.
That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night, everyone.